Hi gang, I'm going to start by going over question number 1 of test 1. So for the first question, you're taking the two-sided limit as x goes to -3. Make sure you see it as a two-sided limit. There's no little plus or minus here on the right shoulder of the -3. So when you come into -3, I'm sorry I spilled a little coffee on here. So when you come in from both sides of -3, the y values become unbounded on both sides, coming in from both sides, because you're hitting a vertical asymptote. Now, I know some of you on the test wrote DNE, and that's not necessarily wrong because the limit does fail to exist, but the limit fails to exist because it becomes unbounded. It specifically becomes unbounded heading towards positive infinity. So for the first answer, it's better to say positive infinity than DNE, because on the left and the right side, as x goes to -3, they're both going in the same direction. So remember, limits just have one answer, and because from the left it's positive infinity and from the right it's positive infinity, therefore I can say the two-sided limit is positive infinity. But again, positive infinity means that the limit fails to exist because the output doesn't stay within plus or minus epsilon. Okay, now for part B, x is going to 2, but just from the left. So as we go to 2, you're writing in the function just from the left side. So let me just see if I can get a little piece of paper here. So just from the left side of 2 means you're just looking at the left side. So if I was writing the function in just from the left side, it's going to a height of 1. As x goes to 2 from the right means you're just coming in from the right side. So your eyeballs are just looking at it coming in from the right side of 2. So if I was, as x goes to 2, and I write the function in from the right side is going to a height of 2. We're up here. That's a height of 2. This is a height of 2. Now, because the left side equals to 1 and the right side equals to 2, therefore these both exist, but they're not equivalent. So we would say that this does not exist. We cannot say that the two-sided limit is 1 and 2, right? You can't say it's two different values. The two-sided limit, if it exists, has to be equivalent. The one-sided limits have to exist and be equivalent. And since these are not equivalent, therefore the two-sided limit fails to exist because what you have here is a gap. Remember, the two-sided limit fails to exist if you have a gap, if you have increasing oscillations as x approaches c, or if it becomes unbounded. Okay, now the two-sided limit as x approaches 4. So as x approaches 4 from the left and the right, the height coming in from both sides approaches 4. Okay, and the last one, this is letting x go to infinity. So if x is going to infinity, it means that the x values are going to infinity. So as x goes to infinity, if you play this movie out in your head, what happens to the function is the function stays level here. It's going to approach this asymptote. It's going to stay level. So it's going to equal to 0. That is asking you in a very fancy way, does this function have a horizontal asymptote? Does it flatline? And the answer is yes. This function flatlines at 0. Okay, gang, that is the answer for number 1. I will come back with more videos for you. I'll catch you. Bye-bye.